Level 100, in Fate's footsteps. Prowl has a wistful glint in her eyes. Because you were able to get plenty of rest, good. I thought we might take a moment to ponder our next steps and perhaps reflect on our recent journey. Must admit my thoughts often drift to the Mist Continent and our stay in Treno. It's heartening to see Malala prosper despite the odds and my own flesh and blood strive in that levin-racked landscape. Bean was eager to restore diplomatic relations, and I have no doubt that Alexandria will provide much-needed support for their neighbor. I too shall do everything I can to aid my home away from home, my wonderful, welcoming family included. Time being, though, I'd say we've accomplished all within our power. Suppose that just leaves the matter of preservation's research. It is yet unclear how Calyx learned the techniques to use to summon his dark primal. There is likewise much that remains unknown about the key. Let us hope that Shale's efforts bear more fruit. Can you hear me? Shale and I have been reviewing the decrypted files and have uncovered some intriguing details. Would you care to join us? We'll be with you right away. Excellent. Shale seems rather eager to speak with you all. Come and find us in the Deutero Lab when you're ready. Uncanny timing indeed. Let us make for the containment complex. Run! How do we get up there? Up here, huh? We have not played in a while, so we are doing Reaper again. Wanted to do some other job, perhaps, but figured we probably wouldn't have a high enough eye level for any dungeons or trials, and it would probably cost way too much to get us up there, so this is the closest we've got. Heading for the containment complex, right this way. Proceed to the containment complex, 1029. Reaper it is. Really feeling Dancer, actually. But, like I said, not high enough eye level, I'm sure.
Ah, you're just in time for a progress report. The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents. A quick scan of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
Indeed. No mention of the Ascians, or primal summoning techniques for that matter. While Calyx doubtless received instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge, there was naught to identify this benevolent mentor. I am, however, pleased to say that we found several reports concerning the key.
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds, and was a treasured relic of the Milala. And just as the Milala were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, so too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or procedure is required. A process which Calyx appears to have understood to some degree. Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success. And even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected. The reports practically screamed their frustration. describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
After much trial and error, Preservation began to experiment with external actuation devices for the key. Striving to maintain a stable pathway to a chosen location, they conceived of the technology that forms the gate to the Golden City.
So, their tribulations ultimately afforded them control of the key, albeit in a limited capacity. Which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Zoralja in its use. Thus enabling the unprecedented feat of transferring Everkeep and its environs to the Source. After the Endless Fiend took the key unto herself, she opened pathways to other reflections in her hunt for ether, did she not?
The Milala merely used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
For all we know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope. Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Shale, I don't suppose you would be able to remove the actuation device?
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
What do you think? We don't even know how the key works. If the device is somehow interfering or amplifying its capabilities, I believe we ought to remove it.
Sounds like a plan.
Give me a moment.
My word.
Oh.
Ishtola?
This is the first time I've beheld the key in all its unobscured glory. The sheer density is extraordinary. 'Tis akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Now that you mention it, the ornamentation is reminiscent of Amarot.
What's Ascian then? Obviously.
Have you noticed anything since the key has been in your possession?
Gleams like the dawn's first light. Reminds me of Azim's crystal.
You're suggesting the key has some connection with Azim?
Not
A
necessarily.
plausible theory, although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
My apologies. Hello? Yes, this is Cryo speaking. That was Ojika with a message for us.
An urgent matter?
I'm not altogether sure. Tataru requires our counsel, and hoped to call upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex. Though disappointed we were not present, she appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Sharlayan, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons. Her tone suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Okay.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the Salt.
You'd best go. Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
But we just got started. Guess we're leaving the key here, huh?
Oh, Shale. I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done. We will be forever indebted to you and your Oblivion colleagues.
The debt is ours. We'll never forget the sacrifices you've made for us, for Alexandria. In the meantime, I shall keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
Actually, I should like to stay here a little longer, if you don't mind.
You are most welcome.
And might I borrow the key for a while? I wish to study it further. With the utmost care, I assure you.
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
We'll put the key on hold until 7.55. Trail to the heavens. Okay, so it's in Sharlayan, right? Huh? Yeah. Guess we have to get out of here first, huh? Can we go there from here? Probably should have checked. Figured we might have been in an instance. Guess not. Come on, move. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. We have not played in a while. We are extremely out of practice. Playing a lot of Dragon Quest X. What is this? Oh, that's Elpis. Not Elpis, the inside place. We have a lot we need to do before the new expansion. Welcome back, and what a pleasure it is to see you too. Thank you for contacting us, Ojika. We came as soon as we could. Of course, I felt prudent given how troubled Tataru was. Concern is much appreciated. As it so happens, we'd reached a convenient juncture in our investigation. Shale and Ishtola have matters well in hand, leaving us free to make the trip. It's a relief to hear. Now let me fetch Tataru for you. Why don't you take a moment to relax in the main hall? I'm sure you're all still fatigued from your journey. Yes, looks like we're gonna have a little side thing going on here before we get back to the key. Looked like from the trailer, like we were going back, that one area looked like Garlemald, but could be mistaken on that. It was all snowy and stuff, with like Empire stuff.
Planning your next journey?
Oh no, just reminiscing. Thinking back to when you bought this map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tural.
Are you glad you did?
As if you need ask.
Welcome back.
Wonderful to see you again, Tataru. It's been a while. We'll tell her it's great to see her.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned. Come to think of it, Alphino said he and Alize would pay you a visit upon their return. Have you not seen them?
Oh no, they were here. I was regaled with many a tale of your Turali adventures. It was only once they departed for Garlemald that the rumors came to my attention. Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star. I was reluctant to bother you with mere hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with. But earlier I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea. It's as if a mighty dam has been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures. For a blessing, most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. Though the same cannot be said for those regions with a deeper connection to the void. Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
A deeper connection to the void. Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
It is. Alphino and Alize were there when the trouble began, and have since sent word that the situation has taken a dreadful turn.
Short while earlier in Tertium. Okay, we are going to Garlemald, it looks like. Everything's laggy.
Thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Tural. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn servant, Galul Jajar. Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship. A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolal.
And for Garleans as well. Even sharing something as simple as a local dish can pave avenues of understanding. It's up to all of us to forge new bonds, together.
Thank you for sharing your tale. Better they hear it firsthand than endure my clumsy retelling. Your words give me hope that we might achieve something similar here in Garlemald.
We all have the capacity to affect change. Our time in Tural taught us that much. And now that we've returned, it's time we rolled up our sleeves and got back to work.
I've already sent missives to the other nations, informing them of our Alexandrian friends. I also intend to notify the Garlean community officially. If both sides are amenable to the proposition, we shall gladly assist in establishing diplomatic relations with Alexandria and Tuliolol.
Thank you. But are you sure you've recovered from your journey? It sounded like you've hardly had time to catch your breath.
Sir! Lapis Manalis is overrun with void scent. We've sustained heavy civilian casualties.
What?
Clyteum squadron reporting in. We're under attack. Void scent appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us during a routine inspection. Damn it. Is that another fissure? Oh, no, no, no! Ah!
My comrades are under attack. We have to do something.
There's no time to lose! Come on!
Related to the key.
The Garlean community is ill-equipped to defend themselves against such a threat. Even with the aid of the twins and the Ilzabard contingent, they face daunting odds.
Where's Zero? I thought she was handling
We
things
shall
over
leave
there.
for Garlemald immediately.
Thank you. I was able to contact Thancred and Urianger too. They're already on their way. With any luck, you'll be able to rendezvous with them on arrival.
Okay. Guess we're going to Garlemald. I've been told Avenel and Alizé have withdrawn to Tertium to request aid on the front lines. Seemed intent on rejoining the battle once reinforcements were ready, but I shall tell them to wait until you arrive. Fate's footsteps. Grab this. Complete. Level 100, two worlds entwined. Oh, I forgot to read it. And just like that, we find ourselves faced with another emergency. Fortunately, there is yet time for us to make a difference. Let us make haste to Tertium. Okay, can we teleport from here? Lily, you've made it in time.
You picked a frosty spot for a reunion.
Tataru sent word that you were coming. Full glad am I to see you all. Though I'm afraid this is no time for pleasantries. Planar fissures have opened up across Garlemald, inundating the region with void scent. As far as we can ascertain, there are 2 focal points of their assault. The Ilzabard contingent are combating the threat in Lapis Manalis. Although they have suffered casualties, they appear to have the upper hand.
As well they should. The many talented Uldan thaumaturges among them should be more than capable of closing any fissures they encounter.
Which leaves the second focal point, the Clyteum. Eulus and the Garlean community are attempting to mount a counterattack, but are struggling to cope with the sheer number of voidsent. They've fallen back to the north of the Imperial Palace. Can you lend your aid in securing the area?
With your blessing, I would tend to the wounded returning from battle.
Of course, Kryl. Thank you. The quickest route from here to the front is via the train tracks. Once we arrive, we can support the Garlean forces as we make for the fissure in the munitions factory.
I smell a duty. Clyteum, now accessible. New regular duty has been added to duty finder and duty support. I mean, it was obvious we were going to get a duty and probably even a trial. Entrance. We do it with the NPCs, it'll take a bit of time, but we might as well. Oh, it's new, we could probably get through it quicker with people. Yeah, we'll do the NPCs, do duty support. We haven't played with our boys in a while.
Our fates are not yet sealed.
I stand ever ready.
Okay. Do this. 100, the Clyteum. Commence. Takes a while with duty support, but Ilzabard, the Clyteum. Oh, that's adorable. Wondering if they're linked to the key. And where the hell is Zero? Supposed to be taking care of things over there. I've already said that, still.
If I may.
I haven't not played in a while. Well, a lot of practice.
If I may.
There's those voids in.
My turn.
This is fun. Yeah, got just how slow it can be. How's that do? Had to do this. I'm so out of practice. Better get it together because there's almost certainly going to be a trial, huh?
If I may?
Make ready!
Oh, used it up right before the boss, didn't I? I need to practice my rotation. But
You're a sight for sore eyes.
I was told they're going to change combat completely in the next expansion. I don't know how true that is. I haven't looked up a whole lot about it just yet.
If I may?
Try to stay as unspoiled as possible. Saw the name of it when we were watching the trailer.
There. Appreciate the help. We'll handle things from here. Take care of the fissure.
All right. First boss. Eye of the Scorpion. Where do we go with this? Ocean scanner. That be still thing. No movement. Oh, I wasn't moving. How do we not move? I wasn't pressing anything. Not doing anything, just auto attack. Oh no! What was that supposed to do? I guess not be in the middle of all of them, huh? That stinks. Supposed to be moving. Oh, I put my weapon up. Okay. Even the auto attack does it. Okay, I get it now. I was like, I wasn't hitting anything, but apparently auto attack is setting it off. Okay. I got it. It was a little confusing at first. We get the gist of it. This is taking forever.
You're mine!
This is only the first one. It's gonna take forever. We're getting there. There we go. Who did, bitch? What? Visor offending. What eye level is that? 765. If we get enough equipment, we might be able to use a different job.
Oh, radiant starlight, become my blade!
Hi already. Alright, Jessica. You think this is funny?
Oh, radiant starlight, become my blade!
Yeah. Timberland.
If I may?
I'm gonna focus on you because you're annoying me the most. Treasure chest. Earrings. Yeah, I forgot, like, beauty support, they don't really AoE, do they? You just have to kind of focus them down one at a time. Ooh, sword.
You're mine!
I see what you're doing right there. Basic found it.
You're mine!
Oh, lovely.
Behold the heavens' brilliance!
There!
Oh, he got me? Oh, he got me that time, too. Oh no, I'm right in it. I was not paying attention. Am I gonna die to all of these at least once? This is not going well. I think I need to zoom in a little bit. I feel like I'm a little too far back. I am very out of practice, we've said that.
Oh, radiant starlight, become my blade!
But like the first time he did that, he did it forward, like onto the tank. So I thought maybe it was just like he just did his basic vomit straight forward. Didn't realize he had turned until it was too late, and that's what killed us. Sitting on that for a while. I wanted to save it for the last one, but
Not
this is not going super well. We'll finish it this time, almost certainly. The fact that we've lost to both bosses, I mean, yay, finally. Make sure we don't leave anything behind. Alright, well. Are we there yet?
If I may? If I may?
Treasure. Syria. Read that.
Make ready.
Okay. Should be just past there, huh? Come on, boys. think there'd be another one. Ooh, they got these voids and openings everywhere, don't they?
If I may.
There we go. Masterful manipulator, Malphus. Let's go, boys.
Welcome to my domain, mortals. Take all and serve. Carry out my will. Now for something different.
Okay, what's mechanic here? Okay. X's and O's.
Time to pull the string.
Okay. Are we supposed to move for that one? 'Cause I'm stuck in between doing it and not doing it. Hey, the play button usually means move, so.
There is no escape.
Can't see. what I got out of that one.
If I may?
Time to pull the string.
Got him. Oh, that was longer than I would have liked. We died to the first two. Yeah. First time we've used duty support in a while, right? At least it felt like it. Well, I don't feel like I got comfortable in my rotation again. I think we'll be ready if we get a trial. We'll probably get a trial, right? Tap of aiming. 765. Get a card, yay. Okay, well, let's see what we have to say. Continuing on.
I think that's all of them.
We need but seal the fissure to prevent further ingress.
It's over. I can only imagine the extent of the damage were it not for your aid. On behalf of the Garlean community, I thank you for all you've done for my people, for my home.
I shall close the fissure post-haste.
Wait. If you do that, I will be trapped here.
He's like, I didn't want to be here.
You risked your life in vanquishing the creature. Would you at least let me bear the burden of deciding its fate? You want to go back to the void? Your kind have entered this realm before, some seeking death that they might rejoin the life stream. But you would choose that dark, deathless place?
The wind is fresh and pure, untouched by darkness. Perhaps it won't be a blessing to meet my end in such a place. But I cannot yet bear to part with the void. If only the winds would blow there, as they do here. I long to return, to see my home unsullied, as it once was.
We know that pain all too well. If that is your wish, you must forsake this aggression. Go back to the Void and devote yourself to its restoration. I have a friend, Zero, who hails from your home. She and her companions strive to bring light into the Void from another world blighted with imbalance. I hear their efforts have already met with some success. One day, they'll drive the darkness from the Void, I'm sure of it.
His form is imbued with the will of all those I consumed.
Yeah, they like eat each other, right?
We shall return to our world and seek out this Zero. Then we shall see if there is truth in your words.
She won't disappoint you. That much I guarantee.
Bravo! I think Zero will approve.
Oh,
Indeed, that was truly heartening to see.
Understanding begets fellowship, right? I thought I might lead by example.
Well then, shall we head back?
Reports have been trickling in. By all accounts, the Ilsabar contingent was successful in containing the threat on their front. The Void sent to attack in such numbers, just as we were finding our feet. Daren't imagine the consequences had you not provided such timely aid. On behalf of my comrades, thank you all. Level 100, 2 worlds entwined. Have any of these? Got one of these. We now enter the Clyteum with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, open the Trust interface located under Duty in the main menu.